could play Big Willie and doubt me. Just know that the Mac wet Willies like South Beach. Anybody could get it. Any season you could fall. Do nothing out of spite. There's a reason for it all. You got hit because you sold garbage to the next guy. You got hit for trying to act the hardest down in Bed-Stuy. You got hit for banging on the west side. And you got hit for standing right next to the target like Best Buy. Axel Leon. That's a ball. Let's go. What up, y'all? This is Albe back, and you are back on That's a Bar pod. Yo, this is a great episode because we got a dope MC, writer, Latino poet, battle rapper. My man Cali Smoov is here in the building. It's going to be really dope because how we dissecting bars in other languages. You already know. You hear on That's a Bar how we start, which is just how we start. Barcelona Times. Do it. Come on, Busta Rhymes to receive the Hollywood star. It is much deserved. I think when we talk about Busta, we're going to talk about the flows. We're going to talk about the pockets. We're going to talk about the impact. But we could talk about the actor. I think he did an amazing job in the movie Shaft with Samuel L. I think he did an amazing job with Omar Epps moments, I think, in time that we really love about Busta. So from acting to just his music videos, man, it was just full cinema right in our face. We used to watch the box and order all of his videos. Leaders of the New School, man, Busta, the blessings don't stop, so we don't stop. Big shout outs to him. Okay, Glorilla to be recognized with the BMI Impact Award this August. Okay, yeah, Glow. All right, I feel like it's early in the game, and I think the BMI thing is the record sales and stuff like that. So big shout outs to her. Moving units. I want to see more from Glorilla. I think they do these things. That's why I was really kind of animate in Barcelona Times about the whole SZA breaking Adele's record, because I feel like chill out, let them rock. You know what I'm saying? Give them really awards that they could reach for, but impact award. Okay, so are we all focused on impact now so we can achieve that award? Don't give us some whack shit. Glow, keep doing your thing. Bang, make a classic album. We want to hear a classic album. Keep going, keep rocking. T-Pain to be honored with the BMI President's Award. You get an award, you too. Nah, President's Award for his music industry impact. So why doesn't he have an impact award? BMI, what you guys doing? All right, BMI and their public relations getting these awards out there so that we can all talk about it. But T-Pain deserves a bunch of awards. I mean, he definitely get Barcelona awards over here. Would love to interview you, T-Pain, just on the simplicity and layered lines that you deliver with in our culture. Big shouts to T-Pain, always Presidente, I guess now impactful, huh? We drink them. Got drunk. Let's keep going. All right, that was Barcelona Times. I like that. Awards are given. Black folk, you already know. Hip hop, you already should know. Battle rap, are you ready to go? I love what's happening in Smack these days. Been on the phone with Beasley, and we've been doing our thing. Shout outs to Rain 910. Shout outs to Saga and my man DNA. They're going to be battling Tay Rock and Chess on that wrestling card. So go check that out. That's going to be dope. Pay-per-view. I am going to be tuning in because it's our culture, baby. You already know how we do it. And speaking of culture, speaking of battle rap, what I love about battle rap, of course, is rooted in our next segment. It's the stage, you know? And sometimes our mic moments are just like fresh off the stage. So you can like just see like when somebody grabs the mic and what they could do with it. This time the mic is within the iPhone. This is our mic moment on That's a Bar right here.
They expect you to act bougie because I get 1 million views and some followers. Like, I don't know what real fucking trauma is. Like, I don't live a real ass life and know what a real life problem is. But I just keep it real because being real is what my genre is. Got like 800 on me now, I won't even lie. I decay behind that, niggas rather see you die. But that's okay, cause I got niggas wanna see them try. Plus I got some angels and some friends on the other side. They say I'm crazy cause I got like 4 different sides. But each season is different ways you gotta survive. Me and these other rap bitches don't see eye to eye. My pussy good too, but I don't say that shit 1,000,000 times. And y'all can stop asking why I still ain't signed. Ain't in a rush to be a victim of a hate crime. Cause these labels can take y'all, they won't take mine. So I'm gonna make mine whenever the fuck I make time. And I ain't switching to no style that really ain't mine. Just because it worked for her don't mean that we the same kind. Y'all be thinking everyone gonna get the same shine, but I ain't copying blessings that really ain't mine. Y'all be wanting other people blessings. God be telling me to chill cause I'm a secret weapon. I hope you get the message when you see hate in your bestie. People gave me reasons to hate them, but my spirit won't let me, for real. Cause people don't really know better, but when you know better, it don't make you know more better if you don't show better. Niggas think they so clever, but be showing more hate like it ain't more 4 letters love. But that's just what the jealousy does. And really, my nigga, what you even jealous because? Y'all can have the clout. I want what the legacy does. Fuck fitting in. This is what the rebel me does.
Hip hop. I am excited about that character in this thing we call the Avengers movie of hip hop. I am excited about that character right there, you know? Woo, there was a lot of lines in there. If I started picking them out, you know, the whole tree will fall. Big shouts to Shorty, man. She was fire. Yo, keep going, Mom. All right, it's time. We are here to celebrate lines, poetry, heart, bravery, supreme focus, Mamba mentality towards your craft, going from 0 to 5 to 100 to 100,000. And sometimes you might fall. You might fall on 50,000. Speaking of, my man from the left coast, Cali Smoov is in the building.
It's the deal. It's the deal.
Cali Smoov.
Pleasure to be here. Honored and all that. Shout out to Albe, man. Definitely one of them ones. A big bro to me, man. It's my dog, so I'm honored to be in the presence always.
Oh man, we've been working with each other for a long time now.
For real.
You know, I'm super excited about what's going on and like, you know, just your work ethic towards the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You never one dimensional. You never was one dimensional. You was always working on music when I met you. You was always working on a book. You know, I want to go into that because I've been kind of you know, interviewing my friends, and you know, a lot of them are like deaf poets and Broadway, and you know, poets that have been around the world, spoken word artists, right? But there's a whole level of poetry of writing. But you did something unique with this. You did something unique with this poetry book. Talk about it.
You know what? My poetry book is actually, it's a self-help book because it's not just about reading my poetry. It's called Depression the Right Way because I'm talking about specific situations that I went through and how I use poetry and writing as a coping method for depression or for the emotion that I was in at that time. You know, like there's poems in there. I have a letter to my father in there called Happy Father's Day, but I'm challenging the reader to do the same thing and write a letter to somebody that they had, you know, that they have had a up and down relationship with, or somebody who's played a vital role in their life who who they just haven't had the time or the words to express it, you know. And then I have another poem called "What If I Never Did Drugs?" And there was a period in my life where I was battling with that, and I challenged the reader to do the same thing, to write about something that they were battling with, and you know, was something that they grew from and overcame. So it's a self help book. At the end of reading it, you have your own poetry book. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, 100%. I think we forget a lot of the things that we pick up along the way when we love this thing of ours. And one thing I loved was my having my backpack and having my book of rhymes
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
touching it and be able to see it and when I flip the pages, remember how I felt when I wrote that, even by the way I
Exactly.
wrote it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah, I
Um,
got stuff in that book that dates back 10 years, you know what I mean? Just different emotions, different things I was going through, love stories, poems, breakup poems, just different emotions, insecurities that I was writing through and writing past. It's a dope book. It's a dope read, and it's more than just reading somebody else's poetry. Because, like I said, I put the reader in the position to write response in every poem. You feel me? Poetry was first. Poetry and spoken word. I was going to Layla Steinberg's class. I still go. Shout out to Layla Steinberg. Shout out to Aim for the Heart. And I was
Layla
doing
Steinberg. Man, talk
yeah.
about that, because it's so funny that when I was in the movie All Eyes on Me, I played in a role. It got cut out, the deleted scenes, but I played in a role where I'm in a cell group where Pop.
You were in the class that I started doing music in.
Yeah.
Literally, bro. It's so crazy now, and I told you that before, but I don't think you understand the real parallel universe in that you acted, bro. Like that class is where I met Ray Love. It's where I met Mac Mall. It's where I met Edie Amin. Like I met these people, all of Tupac's peers and stuff growing up. That's the class that Tupac started doing poetry in and sharing in.
Yeah, my name is Albert Daniels. But everybody calls me I'll be back. I play AB, a character that influences Pac in the realm of performance and poetry. Poetry is an outlet for us to say exactly what's going on. And that's what Tupac wanted to push. Even at 18, he wanted to shed light on how dark it was where he was from. Shout out to you, Tupac. Shout out to you wherever you are in heaven. You pushed our minds. You did. You did exactly what you said you was going to do. You inspired the people that get a chance to change the world. Thank you.
And like it still goes on, you know, it's just a private class, it's an invite only thing, and but it still goes on in LA. You feel me? I'd love to bring you the next time you
Yeah.
out here.
Oh no, I would love
Man,
to. Shout out,
it would be
shout
grow
outs
it
to
would be
her.
great. That class that you were acting in it's changed so many people's lives, bro. From Earl Sweatshirt, Tyler the Creator, a lot of people have come in and out of there. Omari Hardwick. I've met so many people in that space. You feel me? That were just starting off and grew to who they are today, including myself. I started going when I was 11 years old, and Layla
Wow.
gives out topics, writing topics for everybody that's in the class to write together. And everybody kind of comments on each other's work and they write together and grow together. You feel me? So I was
Yeah.
doing that with adults, bro, when I was 11 years old. I was
Yeah.
11, 12 years old, ciphering and going back and forth and writing topics with some of the best rappers in the world. You feel me? Some of the best rappers and street poets that you've never heard of. People that were on Def Poetry with you. We're in the same class that I was in when I was a little boy. So my pen always been challenged to 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 be thought provoking. I've always wanted to be thought provoking and just say something and have a message behind what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. No. 100%. We have the same story, my friend. Like on the East Coast, we had the Last Poets. I met Abiodun Oyewole when I was 11, and I was doing the same thing. He would have an open house every Sunday, and he would cook for everybody, and we were all iron sharpens iron with the piece. And since I was a kid, he showed me how to write anthologies, and I was taking, my book of poems from junior high school to junior high school. But
That's crazy. Yeah, and we were
out of
doing the
control
same thing. We
how
were going from
parallel.
school, juvenile halls. We were going
Right?
to
Yep.
group
We were going to
homes.
prisons. That's
Yeah, we
right.
were doing all of that, man. I still try to participate as much as I can, for sure.
You know what's dope is in that scene. I wanted to give a big shout out to LT Hunting, who like his genius of showing that part of Pac in that movie. He had I was supposed to play Ray. I think I was
Mm.
supposed to play Ray or somebody else. Supposed to play somebody else, but then when I got there, they told me I had to do a poem. So I had like 30 minutes to pen something up. I thought about it when I went into the scene. I saw the version of Layla. I saw her version and Faith and Big and Gravy, and I'm seeing everybody. And then I'm seeing in the dailies the part where Tupac and Biggie were talking to each other, and I knew that came after this.
Let me get on as far as like demo tapes and shit. Niggas looked out and everything is everything.
So is your album out yet?
Nope.
Nope. So how far are you on your album?
It's almost done. As soon as I do a couple more tracks, I'm doing a song with Tupac tomorrow. That's gonna be the bomb.
Okay.
And I got a song with Sadat X. I mean, the album is incredible. It's gonna be the most powerful album of the first quarter of '94. Niggas gonna recognize me, for real.
So what are we gonna look for on your album? Is it gonna be some more like party and bullshit?
Nah.
Shit, or what's it gonna be like?
Nah, it ain't gonna be no more happy shit. See, I had to do a happy song because that was a happy movie.
You know, and I know. We know y'all know. Biggie knows. We know y'all know. A lot of people know. We know y'all know. Please. We know y'all know. Niggas will party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit. Niggas love that. And some unfortunately might even die before.
Right. So then my poem in the film, I thought it would be cool to talk about how I said, I heard a poet say, when the revolution comes, niggas will be party and bullshit. Well, I guess the revolution's here because I'm trying to party. Fuck the bullshit. Right. And that's how that was my poem in your class on the West Coast about my pops who did party and bullshit, which Biggie later takes, which I always felt that I had a connection with Pac, because Pac was at the time for Biggie to sample the Last Poets was like, you feel what I'm saying? I could feel why Pac.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you got a crazy history in hip hop, bro. It's layers. It's it's like an onion.
Yeah. Oh, I'm an ogre. Actually. Let's talk about this, man, because we actually did a song together.
Yes, I love that song.
Before we go into that song, I do want to ask you, you diving into poetry, and I could tell that your teacher and your teachers around you formed this performance out of your lyrics and stuff like that. But then you have to kind of scale back a little bit when you do music, right? You have to scale a certain way. Talk to me about that process of jumping from, your love for music and just being in the studio. I mean, from Snoop to everybody, but just talk to me about your writing style going from poetry to sonics.
Well, it was a transition. I remember I couldn't rap on beat for a while. I would try to put too many words in. You know what I mean? It would just be too wordy and like. I remember I had a studio session with somebody and they really broke it down to me. I was 12 at the time. I was either 11 or 12, and they broke it down to me like, yo, you have to finish your sentence before the clap. Because I just was so about, like, I just want to get my message out. I want to say some stuff. Even as a kid, I had stuff to say, you know what I mean? And that's what I was about. I was about saying the most witty and clever things and saying the most thought-provoking things that make people feel when they listen. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to do. You feel me? Yeah, man.
Then out of nowhere, you start doing numbers. Like, I mean, you did records with some legends.
Yeah, man. God blessed me with some opportunities, and I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. Like, obviously, like everybody sets out this rap stuff with a certain vision or goal for themselves. But like, I'm so happy with where I'm at right now with it and what I'm doing with it and the drive that I still have. And I wake up still have the passion and still have stuff to do and goals in this music stuff. It just feels good to be in that happy place with this music stuff for real.
I love how poetry, when we talk about poetry, is not just about people getting on the mic and stuff like that. You're talking about being in the gym with other poets.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
you hear the concerns of life and what they felt about just society. Do you feel like that imprinted in your head to why all your content is also social justice and reform and
Yeah, man, I feel like people you know, you hear other people's story and stuff, and being in that class, you know, I was with some real dudes, you know, people that was fresh out, people that had been through certain things. And at an early age, I saw, you know, right from wrong, and you know, I'm thankful for that. But you know, obviously, I had my times where I butt my head too, and I wanted to be a young knucklehead because everything is trial and error. You feel me? But
yeah.
I always knew right from wrong, and I always knew on what side of the fence I wanted to be on. You know what I stood for. You feel me? So
Right.
I was very conscious being around older MCs and being around other people. I was very conscious of your words reflect you. They represent you, and they can influence somebody else. You feel me? And if
Yeah.
somebody sees you parading yourself a certain way, in the smallest way, it's normalizing that, and you're contributing to the problem. You feel me? So I was always conscious of when I grab a microphone, I don't want to contribute to the problem. I want to be somebody that stands on the other side of the fence, like where you look up to that, you see that person, and you're just like, damn, that's cool. He ain't gotta be with you like a Nick Cannon. You know what I mean?
Right.
Entrepreneur. He got his own TV show, and he ain't got to be wooty woo to stand out. You know, even 50 Cent. I know he be in a drama, but we all know he's a writer. He helps out in his community. He's worked in schools and
No,
so many
yeah.
different things. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what I aspire to be, and that's what I aspire to represent.
Well, but one thing I do say is that your content always has resolve. You know what I'm saying? There's poets have that, you know, where no, this has to end, you know, with either the fruitful knowledge of learning and pick, like my work has to work for me, like Georgia
Right.
Me said. Like the fact that as soon as I do my work, you know what I'm saying, it works throughout the people that the audience, and they come back and be like, man, yo, my life's a little different. I play that song when I'm on the road and I think about, you know, my life has changed. Hip hop still does that, you
Yes,
know, and we
I agree.
we should honor that. And I feel like every time I hear you and the record that we got a chance to do, One Shot, so much
Absolutely.
messaging and melodies,
Yes,
you know, and
absolutely.
Eminem's in this one right
Absolutely.
here. I want to play that right here for the That's a Bar people.
Dream with my day ones, fantasizing when the day comes. And I don't want to change up, I want to get my change up. I'm just trying to keep my faith up and walk around with my face up. I don't need a bracelet, think every rapper need a Jacob. Think every model need a facelift, forgetting where they came from. I'm trying to change where I came from and show the city we can make some. Started as a block boy, hot toys on the state run. I ran to town till my name rung. I was up days, working for the change like the slaves was. And you wonder why they hate us. I was on the blade, working every day to portray some. Baby, you don't need that makeup, you perfect that way. But I can see the pain in your face, love. When you hide behind shades, I wanna be the feeling that you take from. I wanna be the healing they say can't come. I wanna be the lost in your eyes and the star in the sky when the pain comes.
Mama said my first words out here was more. I was 6 months old, taking long when I saw my reflection in the store. Then they told me I was staring at some gold, but my ego soaked in ocean meant nothing. Because I'm still the same substance in the fire that tried to burn me, earn nothing. We used to ask for the blame, I was giving you my heart cause the beat came from God. In the silence of a DMX poem, my BMX stolen, we can see the stress boiling. We ain't have to watch to know where that's going. Your daughter Cali is a bundy or a rolling. The bridge to the next generation kept trolling. Burn the shit down when I land, refocus. You gotta be down to earth to be for us. You gotta have roots to lead to recover us. You can't smell the roses in red, we bleed promise. Especially when they do concrete on us. Baby, you gorgeous in the motherfucking bonnet, honest. Go love, you enormous when we on the conscious. When you looking in the mirror, you're your only option. Tap the bottle, twist the top in, raise your arm in, take a moment, sing along in.
Man,
That's my baby.
dude. Like when I first heard the beat, I remember going, "Wow, his because I heard your verse and just your attack on it is different from just this poet or this energized thing. But your message still have resolve. Talk to me. I never really asked you this. I don't think I asked you because I went in and I threw the verse back to you. But what was your process when you was writing that piece?
I was just talking about basic insecurities. Thinking that every rapper needs a Jacob, and every model needs a facelift. People forgetting where they came from, and I'm just trying to separate that line. Like I said, I was just trying to stand on the other side of the fence and draw that line, but draw that line in a catchy way, in a song that you could vibe to and feel good when you listen to. You feel me?
No, yeah, like one shot from you can't make it. Two shots from I just wanted to play the bars. Nah, I love that line. I even love my verse, and I don't even be talking about myself like that. Like
Man, nah, you ain't
that verse,
crazy.
I
You
love
ain't
Earth on
crazy.
that one, bro.
Yeah, your daughter Kelly is a what you
Brother
say?
Kelly is a
It's
Bundy or a
a
Roland.
rolling. What,
The
man?
bridge to the next generation kept
Generation is
rolling.
man.
Burn the shit down,
Yeah,
and I land, refocus. So like it's almost like when I land, but it becomes an island when you burn the bridge down.
that's great. No, every bar, then the trolling, all the way
Yeah,
back
but
to the
it's
Kelly and
still on
rolling. It was
insecurity.
every bar was just doop 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 doop.
Yeah, because you gave the idea that we don't have to have the insecurity, right? But then I gave the idea of where the insecurity is coming from, because the trolling when the bridge burns down from the next generation, we miss each other, and we can't give the younger generation that content of you good. You don't need this. You don't need that. Something. There's a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn. What is it? You got to be rooted to be for us. You gotta I said to reach. I said that you gotta have roots to grow to reek of us, which is Black Thought.
Yo, that's crazy. They didn't even catch that one.
Yeah, like the roots to grow to reek of us. Red, we bleed, promise, baby, you gorgeous in a motherfucking bonnet, honest. And it's all of that. You just smell like us, and walk like us.
Man.
It's trying to give this next generation that message, and it sounds so California. I urge everybody to go and download it and stream it and like clean your whole house to it. It's called One Shot.
It's a beautiful song.
In the project, it was really dope because the project I think it was an insecurity every track.
Yeah, it was a different song. Yeah, exactly. It was a different emotion every track.
Which is super dope, super intense.
Exactly.
I told you, man, this guy is like always been like that. He's always like, talk to me. Is that the same way with your battle approach as well? Do you have 3 different approaches for all 3 different parts of you?
Yeah, with battle rap, it's a little harder to get the message out. You know what I mean? But I still do it every battle.
Come on.
Yeah, I still make a goal to make it. Drop some financial literacy bars or something in there, and just draw that line in there too. But in that, with attacking your opponent, it depends on who you get, and sometimes I've got opponents that press stupidity or push stupidity. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes that's my approach. Like, dude, this what you doing? Like, and this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Oh no, you have no, you are one top tier of the difference between me and you scheme.
Yeah.
You decent, dog. Your battles is like them Rocky movies. Seen one, seen them all. We was both on reality shows. They seen us on the TV, dog. The difference between me and you, I ain't had to leave battle rap to beat the odds. Trust me, I was in and out my country like a drug mule. When you walk for Diddy's cheesecake, really I ain't judge you. I live in California. I had to park and walk across a bridge for my plug too.
Yeah, on the real.
You go
on the real. Yeah.
I think when it comes to the content though, right? and our OGs in poetry, right? They get to use a lot of these bars that uplift again.
Yes.
So then you have bars that do that in
Yeah.
a lot of these, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there like Lux or Emerson Kennedy or like,
Yes.
and even Ilmac to some extent, he'll like you were dumb. You know what I'm saying? It should have been like this. Not as to your extent, but he still has some real sick will have some stuff, disaster, blah blah blah. But when you do it, these are bars that should be like, yo, on the Dead Prez album.
Man, my dog on the
But
real, on the real.
you can't recite them again because they were in
Man.
battle. You ever
Yeah,
have that problem?
yeah, it's crazy. That's the part of battle rap that be like, people be saying that. But that's why some battles like with stuff, I love reels and stuff now because I can repost that part and really bring it to life. You feel me?
Yeah,
On
no,
the
no,
real.
you're gonna have to because man,
Man,
like especially with the joint with A Ward. Oh man, and the
man.
fact when I watched that battle, I know how much you love preparation. I know the guy you are. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you had to switch battle rappers because you was preparing for somebody else. I want to watch that clip real quick. Can we watch that?
Yeah, let's run it.
Could you imagine trying to explain to your theater that you was beefing with some essays? I had to deny my own heritage so my people know I'm gonna ride. You ever seen a race riot pop and you related to both sides? No lie, you rebuttal in the middle of your rounds too. But you see how my message is deeper than your little punchline raps. You got punked by a verb, dropped your Bible and started overcompensating with this tough guy act. I'm here to tell you as another Christian, you ain't gotta hold a grudge like that. This event is bigger than you and me. Black and Mexicans beef in LA. I use your eulogy to create unity.
Okay. Familansky. That line of like, have you ever been in a race war?
Man. You ever seen a race riot popping? You connect, man. That's some real stuff, bro. I'm black, man. I'm Latin. You feel me? I'm Hawaiian. So like in my city in LA growing up, it was big brown and black tension. Like it was like choose a side tension. Like just going to high school, going to elementary, like I'm sure you've seen videos and stuff about it, but all that stuff.
We was in New York, like, yo, they wild.
Yeah, they was wilding, bro. They was wild, and I remember it was a point where it was like, yeah, oh, this gang is pulling up to these such and such schools, and they shooting any black people in white tees, and like, man, I just remember like back then, shootings and stuff were a lot easier to do because there wasn't cameras everywhere. So like early 90s, early 2000s. Early 90s, early
You know what
2000s.
fucked up niggas dying, bro? These cameras, bro, man.
Yeah. No, for real. It made people a little more, I ain't gonna say scared, but
No, for
just
sure. That's
aware.
a shit. Yeah, no, the eye in the
Yeah.
sky.
It made
Yeah.
people like, I can't just go do this. So LA got more watered down and more gentrified in certain areas. Like they was wild. And I'm glad. I'm saying this, I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm glad
No,
that
it's
it's
your
more
life.
gentrified. I'm mad about the money raising and all that, of course. But the cleanness of wiping the streets out with certain things. I don't wish jail on nobody. I ain't saying that. But I
Right.
don't want to see our next generations keep breeding and living and having to be worried about wearing. I remember we couldn't wait on bus stops. I remember that was a thing. Like older homies was telling us, like, yeah, don't hit them bus stops no more. Like past
Right.
9, like what the whoop, because certain gangs was coming through and they was spraying down bus stops. And if you was black at a bus stop, or if you just looked a certain way, pants sagging, dickies on, and I was a super. I always love that California has an identity, and I didn't even know that growing up, but I was so into the California identity. So like I was a Dickie suit wearing, white tee, pro
Yeah.
club, Chuck
Yeah.
tape, every color Chucks, like you feel me, Vans. Like I was really a
Let me
LA
ask you.
dude. You know what
Let
I
me ask
mean?
you. Let me ask you though. You spoke briefly about it, like you don't want nobody to be incarcerated. Of course, we don't fuck with that. But like, you also told me, like personally, like how a lot of that has changed you, like being able
Oh
to
yeah,
be
yeah,
in those moments, like
Oh
And
yeah, absolutely.
I don't
Those
even
moments, that shit, man, that shit made you realize this ain't for me. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. This
Like
ain't my thing.
this ain't my thing. You know what I mean?
No,
I
no.
thank God that I made it out of those situations. I'm so grateful.
We also talk about even when you think about being in the cell, which is the hell, right?
Yeah.
It's hell for some people, and some people it's home, right?
Yeah.
It
And
becomes home.
that's what will make you realize this ain't, bro. When I saw oh what's yeah, like the people, yeah, I'm about to get to my program, pill out, like, yeah, I'm like, oh no, hell, I gotta live with you. Fully in that mindset, like, boom, it's time to live here, fool. It's time to get comfortable. It's time to peel out. It's time to show dominance. I'm just like, man, I'm trying to go home. You know what I mean? And I was, you know what I mean? At that time, I was young and dumb and bumped my head. And I like, I don't want to say I'm glad I went, never, but
No,
I
yeah,
will say
yeah.
that's those situations made me know that certain things aren't for me, and I know the consequence now. Because I know a lot of these young dudes don't know the consequence, and they don't know that they're not that dude until they
Right,
meet that dude and they bump into that dude and they're like, damn, I do not want to be like you. You know what I
right.
mean?
You know, you grew up seeing the beaches of Oahu, like your
Right.
family's from like this beautiful crystal like ocean that just
Yeah.
simmers in the sun, and every
Yeah.
7 o'clock is just
Yeah.
different. God
Yeah.
painting and having
Yeah.
fun in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then going from that to that one box room is
Yeah.
not, you're like, no, this is not me.
There's people in Hawaii that are living off the land. You know, there's people
Beautiful.
in rural areas. I got family members that have bowls on top of their house that collect rainwater that purifies, and they shower and drink the rainwater, you know, right now in 2025. If you have
Right.
multiple, it's a lot. It's not uncommon. I got family that hunts pigs, boar, you feel me, and serves it for dinner. I got family that fishes and does all that and eats what they catch. Like, and you know they've gentrified a lot of areas.
Talk to me about the hunting boar, because
On the real,
first of all,
man.
I'm letting you rock, but like I want to say, I know I watch your stories all the time. You be wilding out there,
Yeah,
right?
on the real. Look, I gotta show you. I
Show me
got
the
four
hunting boar.
jars. You know, look. This is one of
Yo,
my jars right here. You know,
he had to go.
he had to go. To this was a move. I take this one up though. That was a move.
Yeah, he had to go too.
Yeah, to get up out of there, you know. You
Nah,
know, but like, yeah, like it ain't all peaches and cream like people think out there. There is people going through certain things, and it's been so gentrified that a lot of native Hawaiians can't even afford to live in certain areas of Hawaii no more. You know what I mean? Because they made it so hard because of that's really super gentrified. So you know, peace and blessings to those people. On prayers to Hawaii for everybody
right.
that suffered in Maui from the fires and all the families that are still recouping from that. You feel me? But yeah, it is beautiful. And my first time, it's not like I went growing up. You feel me? Like my first time growing, I was like 19 or 20. You feel me?
That's
And then,
still a young. That's still a YN. You still
yeah,
outside
yeah,
with the fam. Like,
yeah,
fam, you got the boar on the wall.
yeah,
Nah, bro,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
not vacationing there. No,
yeah,
and I feel like also family stories, right? Because the what you're saying that is going on in this paradise place is also going on in Los Angeles. So you growing up with all of this just anxiety and angst of everything, it could either be really good or really bad. Wild Boar could be we could have fun, or it could be a bad night. We out here, we see something else. There's always an on alert. When we watch your battles, you are like pew, 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 just like attacking, like just
yeah.
no. Did you have any inspirations growing up battle rap wise? Just battle rap wise, did you have inspirations? That's my first question, and then my second question goes into some.
Absolutely, bro. I love battle rap growing up. I love
Like that
it,
was your
bro.
that you went in like because I was I was around for the Mook days and stuff like that. But
Bro,
you
like
was watching the
my head,
DVDs
like
out
I
there.
remember it, bro. I loved when 106 in Park came on, bro. Like,
Reminiscing
but like
part.
I fell in love with it. I remember I went to a studio session and somebody put on Smack DVD, and this before YouTube, and they showed me Mook versus Jay Mills, and I was like, whoa, like I was blown away. And then the next battle that came on was Jin versus Verse.
Yo, words connect. Words connect.
When the percentage is high, so when my record drop again, only thing you gon' do is going by. Yeah, you gonna need to stop the hating, cause my people make up 3/4 of the Earth's population. And you keep talking about my label mates, but yo, you had to tell your label, wait, don't drop me. Put me on a solo album, they just might cop me. My people be selling crack on the streets, they're real cocky. I ain't dissing your crew, I got love for them. But if they was really smart, they would come fuck with him. That's me, Jin, not you. Don't make me stop you. I can tell you, I be analyzing his rhymes. He said, words connect about 6 times. He was saying a whole bunch of shit just to make it rhyme.
Yeah, you feel me? So I watched those battles and I was blown away. And then Freeway versus Cass. So I got Freeway versus Cass and I had it on a CD. And I used to walk around school listening to, and I memorized both of their rounds. Like every word in that whole battle, I memorized Cassidy versus Freeway. And then when YouTube came out, it changed the game. Like I got a logo.
You still got LimeWire. We was downloading battles on LimeWire too. I think that changed.
Yeah, for real. The audio, just audio. But like when YouTube came out though, it broke the like. I remember just watching just the freestyle, like Young Hot rapping with all his homies behind him. Look at Young, look at Hot, look at how they look at Hot. I just was like, yo, this is some East Coast. And I being a West Coast nigga, I didn't know how these niggas was dressing, the hats, all of it was foreign to us. But I was in love with that shit. I was like, yo, Reed Dollars, like Philly, I'm stepping up to the center. I was watching all Cicero, all of these dudes, like, and then I was watching.
Yeah, Fight Club. Did you ever get the chance to see Fight Club?
Fight Club, every single Fight Club battle. But like the ones that, so then that was cool. That was the era where it was like cool. And like I was writing at a high level early. You know what I mean? I'm still like 13. So I'm writing in my mind, I'm competing with them niggas. And I remember like like, but I was that nigga in high school, and you know what I mean?
Talk about it, fam. Talk about the lunchroom days, fam.
You know, they talking like, when it came to rap, they gotta bring me up. You know what I mean? And then one day, my man's put me in his house, and he was like, yo, you seen this? And it was Hitman Holla versus Cortez. And it was a whole URL. I didn't know nothing about it. So I'm watching it, and I remember thinking, oh, other niggas can rap this good? I remember thinking like, oh shit, like these niggas might be a little better than me right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? They was shaking the room and they had these double entendres. Bro, I was blown the fuck away, nigga. I went home and I watched every URL battle out at that time. And then I watched Grind Time. The first one that did for Grind Time was Swave 7 versus Disaster. That was like a movie.
Big shouts to Swave.
Shout out to Swave and Diz.
Swave is amazing. Like,
bro, that battle changed my life. Like, bro, them battles right there had me like, oh my God.
And then you got a chance to battle Disaster.
Bro, every nigga that I look up to, Cortez, I won money with Hitman Holla. I battled Cortez, Disaster. You know what I mean? Cicero ducked me. But you know what I mean? I got to book Cassidy before. You feel me?
I remember Cicero, my man Axel. Shout out to Axel Leon. He introed. I had his bars intro the show. He battled Cicero in Fight Club years ago.
Word.
And it was when we had the pool table and all that.
If it's me that them crooks mad at, I get carried away. Carried a K with the book bag strap. Nigga assist, you pretending you thick. When I can see it in your eyes, nigga.
Hey, X, get the streets pumped up. When the beef come, duck. I brung 3
trucks in my heat cot. Chump, don't you dare pull it. My 9 got a spare bullet. I'll strip you till you barefooted. That wouldn't be fair, would it? Beat you with a bat to you, leave with your back crooked. You came with an attitude, so you leave with an ass whooping. Yours for popping off. You a killer? Knock it off. We realer. And the biggest nigga on your block is soft. He stay in the house. He come out, I'm knocking him out. I'm putting him in the trunk towel with a sock in his mouth. His people want to come get it, kid. Me leaving, forget it, man. You won't catch me running if I was trying to be president. If you think that I'm sleeping, it's perfect cause I'm creeping. Who is it? Housekeeping. Now your mouth's leaking. Finish right out with hurt. Anything without mercy. Ain't extra truth. Like cigarette commercials. BX boy, you better act like you with it. Assassin and shit it on half of these niggas. Look, I'm a last to the finish. My rap's tremendous and my passion is winning, so I can snatch the cash in the ending without pulling gags from the stash of the linen. Reaction is breaking the cannon and kill him. Toast to his back or under his chin to his brain splashing the ceiling. The best in the street start investing in me. I represent the X in the East while Punch resting in peace.
Shout out to French Montana.
I remember that battle. I remember Axel.
Yeah, Axel. Boom. He's like, "How? Knock, knock. Who is it? Housekeeping. Now your mouth's leaking. You know,
now your mouth leaking."
yeah. Shout out to Axel. That was, we came from the same block. We all,
I knocked on his door like, "Who is it? Housekeeping." I remember that nigga.
yeah. And I think the elevation from. I came in that generation of doing spoken word right before that, like the year before that, just on New York and stuff like that. And out in LA, they have the Poetry Lounge. We went into all those lyrics and poetry and bars and battle rap, and that's cool. But this show has its famous segment, and it's called Mount Barsmore, and it goes like this.
It's hip-hop's Lizzo, really with the shits though. Cause the flute case got the thing with extendos. My live on do say, fuck what you and you say. Paralyze your engineer and upload the bootlegs.
Fuck Mount Rushmore.
Actually got Ilmac vocals on that. Fuck Mount Rushmore from the podcast we did because he was Mount Rushmore was built to make fun of the natives. And so that's why we have Mount Barsmore, because fuck Mount Rushmore. I don't really care about the people. I care about their work, and does their work. So this segment is about what verses did that for you. You know what I'm saying? That you memorized from front to back growing up. What was the verse that really was like, yo, man, what is this? You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Your top 4
battle rap or songs?
No, of songs. We talked about battle rap. I mean,
the first time I heard Joe Budden, I was like, yo, I was on the bus, and somebody was like, I had my CD player, and they was like, what you listening to? And I had the Cypress Hill album, but I had listened to it all over and over and over again, and they was like, man, I got this weak ass Joe Budden, like, you want to trade it? And I was like, all right, whatever, I'll listen to this. And bro, when I popped that Joe, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I think I just discovered the new Tupac. Like I was, I was like, yo.
What was
it? He said, yo, hey, yo, I don't want to live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a struggle, another drug to juggle. Yo, I know it's fucked up what a lack of things can do. A few people want to move in and stay with you. You wish you could help them all, but you ain't able to because the rent's a little late, plus the cable's due. You and your girlfriend are beefing in a serious way. You used to be faithful, now you at a curious stage. Nah, wait. Nah, homeboy, your period's late. Now think. She starts crying. Mood's getting sticky. If I don't want it, she'll want nothing to do with me. Just get the abortion and I'll get you the 250. But if you say that to her, then you wrong. You wasn't thinking about that. You was getting your groove on. Rhymes in my hand and my nails is dirty. The floors is real cold and the jail's a jersey. Priorities is talking and his voice is raspy. And he ain't shut the fuck up. And 3.5 weeks long. Hands full. Here is that beat. These jeans ain't mine, so they way too baggy. Priorities is false. Shit starting to gas me.
like my little man.
His life slipped right past me. His name's Dwayne, so why the fuck my son keep calling him daddy? I'm wiping out my eyes, I'm damn near in tears, but you can't be mad. You know you ain't been there like Toys R Us, Chuck E. Cheese. You know a little boy grow up with these school days, weekends, even a birthday. At least take the nigga to his school on his first day. I can't believe it. Is this how I was treated? Then maybe it's history repeated. Yo, I was a little boy, nigga, going through father issues, nigga. We had people moving in and out of our house. I thought this nigga was talking to me. I was like, yo, I damn near was crying, like, when I was listening to the shit, because I was just like, nigga, like, how is this shit this deep? Like, bro, I had never heard nobody articulate pain that well when I heard Joe Budden. Like, I was like 11 or 12 when the Joe Budden album came out. That verse is crazy, huh?
No, it's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. And it's like, nah, emo rap or like mood music and all that stuff that he was like, man.
Shit was different. It was so needed.
Shout out to Mouse, man. Like he was,
man,
what he did in the podcast game. You know what I'm saying? And what he did, I remember just being on those Rock the Mic tours. He was always giving us exclusives, and on these all hip hops, and we should just see him do his thing. And he just had no fear, and we needed that. You know what I'm saying? We needed that hip hop. Nah, he was just amazing. Because even a lot of those lines, you could get dropped from the label if you going too hard. You know what I'm saying? And he stuck to his guns. What Jersey sounded like and felt like.
Yeah, that was real. I ain't listened to that song in like 5-6 years, and I still remember that shit like that.
Nah, it's imprinted. It's a wrinkle in your brain.
It's one of them wrinkles in the brain, for real.
Yeah, give me number 2. What's number 2? Porque necesito, tú sabes.
Man, I think it was when I heard Dollar Bill, Closer to My Dreams. You remember Dollar Bill?
Come on.
Yeah, man. So I had moved to Chicago, growing up. I moved to Chicago like 12, 13. I think that like 13, I went to 7th grade there. And like Dollar, bro, I felt like this nigga was talking this LA shit because he moved to LA and he was from Georgia. And he was talking of the perspective of an Atlanta nigga that moved to LA. And I had just moved to Chicago, like, bro, I related to the nigga like, bro, like Dollar, nigga. And he moved to my side of town. Like, I grew up on the west side of LA. Like, he was rapping about, he said, fuck 100, nigga, I'm a million. Fuck that, I tell you, my unborn children. Palm star itching, feeling drug storm nearing. V12 engine gone in an instance. G smell kush, I keep it burning like an instance. Females look, but fuck them, they all consistent. It's either she a dog or I'm scared of commitment.
Neither one works, so I think it's best we kick it. Love women, hate bitches. Yeah, it's a difference. I got it down to a science. I'm giving you the physics. You dealing with a giant, high look with a midget. I'll move a pivot, I lift a phalange. Unless it's by the dollar, then it's gonna be a stampede. And I don't fear shit but a judge
that's scared with a grudge, cause I made his yearly salary a week selling drugs. Give your bitch love only if we talking tennis. That's 0 zip nada. You can holler about some business, authentic, never timid. We don't hesitate to squeeze. 40 Glock bless you when this motherfucker sneeze. At you, back to it. Then I'm grinding with my bay niggas, scraping in a black Buick. Smoke blunts the size of Louisville slugger bats and niggas sleeping on me with fucking scrap. They can all nap. Well, I stay up, no 5-hour shots, cause I don't want to go back to selling $5 rocks, so I'm on it.
Living for the moment, learning hard life lessons, cause I'm young and still growing. Father's only son, mama's little boy, moving in and out of town with a package got me annoyed, cause I'd rather take a chance before I ever be employed
by a cracker who don't view me as a man but as a boy. Cash every time while your bank account void. Still easy, no Royce, never folding under pressure. Every time I leave the crib, I grab a pistol out the dresser. Still gooning everybody looking at me like raw. But I want to have a different car every time I show up. Put it all on the line, every nickel, every dime. Gotta give you real shit every motherfucking time. Life's a crime that I'm living. Got me thinking about a lawyer. Cause there's a whole lot of vicious, but most snitches out in Georgia. Yeah, it's vicious out in Georgia. Taking pictures out in Georgia.
West LA moving, but that nigga out in Georgia, get it straight. I ain't a crook, just ain't living by the book.
Get your hand game shook, get your diamond chain took just to find out it's fake. So I let you buy it back before I pawn it anyway. Hey, Dollar Bill's going crazy.
Yo, Dollar had to pay the bills that day, bro.
That nigga was going crazy.
It's wild.
Man, that nigga was going crazy. Hey, I remember real story. I remember like talking to somebody about Dollar when I was in jail, and like I spit that verse for him. I spit that verse to everybody, all the blacks in the pod, and like I spit it like I was showing them Dollar shit, and they was like, "Damn, that shit was hard." And then I remember another nigga, Problem had just came out, and it was like, "Have y'all heard of?" Yeah, shout out to Problem. Another nigga was like, yo, y'all heard of Problem? I hadn't heard of him yet. And he did a who that, talking about who that, and he beat on his bed and he spit the song.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that sound hard. He was like, yeah, he remixed Master P. And I was like, man, I can't wait to hear that. And I remember when I got out, like it was like a 2-week stint. When I got out, that was the first song I looked up. And I was like, damn, this shit is hard. I listen to it every day.
I love that. I love how hip hop becomes like, people evangelize when they love it. Like you could say that to a movie. I could be like, yo, nah, this movie was crazy. And I could try to break it down. I could break it down for you. And you could be like, oh, no, it was a good movie. I saw it. Or, nah, I didn't see what you saw. You know what I'm saying? When somebody come to you with that crack, like, yo.
Right. Yo, bro, spit it. He spit the who that. Talking about who that. He spit it perfect. I was like, yo,
let me tell you what it did to me. Man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully,
and look, later on, years later, I got to meet, like when I did a song with Problem, I ended up in the studio with him. It was a blessing. Yeah. He had a vibe. I remember telling him that story. Wow. And like he was faded, but he looked at me and he was like, it's crazy that your life made a 360 where you can tell me that now. Like we in a position where your life made a 360 and you could tell me that story. You feel me? And I was like, damn, that's real. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? What's your third up there on your Mount Barsmore?
You know, Draco the Ruler changed the game. Draco the Ruler had some of the most craziest flows. Draco the Ruler is easily the most influential rapper that the game has ever seen since Snoop Dogg, you know, from lingo to the way he was dressing. When Draco came out, LA was like rapping like YG, and the jerk era, niggas was wearing skinny jeans, like and then the whole like Dickie stuff was still in. Draco came out and changed how niggas dressed. Niggas was on Balmain, PR, like sweatsuits and the bubble jackets and the Bape sweatsuits, and then his lingo. He created a whole way to flow over a beat. You know, he was using words that people weren't using, and you couldn't even tell when one bar ended and the next bar started.
Yeah, I love that.
It's just this like bingo, like it was just like this, you know, and then he was using these words, but he made LA know what these phrases meant. And if you're not super tuned in, it's hard to really explain, but he made certain phrases. There were certain phrases that he coined that LA understood, and he would rap in his language and make you feel it. Like the lingo, bingo, you got to know the real meaning. Like he had so many verses about his lingo. He said, I'm judging. He said, I'm judging by my wrist. I couldn't tell by the time. This was popular. He said, because to a bitch, I'm Ned Flanders. I go Bobby disguise. Because if you pop it to me, nigga, then you don't want your life. Because Jesus died for these shoes and still can't tell you a price. Twitter thug, and I ain't even got to mention these guys. Because if a nigga pull a tool, that's when niggas turn nice. Big 40, I ain't even got to mention it twice. What we on? Shit, we fucking niggas bitches tonight. Something fishy going on. Finna cut on the lights because we done gangbang this bitch and her nigga outside. Shit, I'm tripping. All he wanted was a picture this time. Well, all these niggas been fly but never entered the sky. Tough nigga. He just want to drink liquor and drive. These shells flying. Less if he can drink liquor and die. These niggas never seen a cell. Bet these niggas would cry. Stink meaner. The bleed teamer ain't got to mention the crime. Because you should know the consequences if you flipping a dime. Not everything makes sense, but nigga listen and rhyme. Niggas act tough. Ain't got the blower hoe, nigga, silly Billy is mine. Mason Jeter, Kofi for nigga, these yo people. Looking at me crazy, never seen a cold demon. I told you to stay real. Sabotage your career. Niggas had a heart attack when he said he knew to the kid. Don't play with me, cause niggas know I be tripping. Oh, brick in my cup, or you ain't know I be sipping. Niggas say fucking with me must be high off crystal. If it's just the two greedy family, fuck it's just the stink team. If I don't got it, I'ma go and make a chink bleed. You know, bop, bop, bleeding what the thieves say. I take your life and put it on eBay. I know I got a problem. Shit, that's what my peeps say. Ball main, PRPs, that's what my jeans say. Niggas know it's levels and shit. We on a freeway. This bitch going over the dash. For what the speed say, I gotta keep the bloodiest bottoms. That's what my feet say. Please get at me, cause I ain't hiding from none. The only time you see me running is when hiding the gun. I didn't post so much juice, I think my body went numb. I gotta keep a blower shit around the grimiest ones.
Yo,
Yo, Draco's the
man.
GOAT, bro. And then like he would just have this flow, bro, like where he was just like talking, just this calm, smooth flow, like where it was like he was connecting these words.
Nah, you could hear it. You could hear it.
Man,
That was different. Like it felt like when I first heard like Zero from Houston. But rest in peace, Draco. Like when we get to a place where where people could talk about us, like, yeah, I ain't never heard something before until I heard this person.
until I heard this person. You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense to some, like if you're not super tuned into his shit, you know, and I really appreciate that. Rest in peace to Draco, because people be trying to down his stuff. You know what I mean? I got another 16. I just wanted to show you of his too,
Nah,
because
go
I was
ahead,
trying to think
come
of
on.
this one. I just
Nah.
pulled it up. He said, now niggas gotta know the lingo. He said, I'm the deal breaker. Nickname me the meal maker, the seal popper. That's what's bringing me Bin Laden. 10 summers. I told him I've been locked up, a slick talker. I'm the only Jew in the mosh pit, an ape rocker. Gotta keep the fish shitty. Take that. I'm a passenger with Diddy. I keep a pocket rocket for niggas thinking it's a gimmick. This a one-shot Ersky. After that, I had to shimmy. Yeah, it's going down. You know, this beat is made from Nitty. Don't young jock us. We heard that county food is shitty, sweetheart. I'm known for splitting wigs, Shirley. This a bill hotline. I gotta be at work early. $1.50. It's only right I'm on the dash. If you ain't got it at the door, then I'll pass. These bars ain't free. This lean ain't cheap. Remember, you'll get slaughtered for talking blasphemy. Like, what the fuck did he say? That nigga didn't say nothing, but it made sense. Like, he said, I gotta be at work early. You know that county food is shitty. That nigga was going dumb, fool. That's what I mean about Draco. Like, he had them songs where it was just like, damn, what is this nigga talking about? Like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Man, rest in peace to
I feel like
Ruger.
Mac Dre up in the Bay was sort of like that. That he had a lot of his own lingo, and he made sure like the Bay had their own like vibe and their energy. And this is what we doing over here. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Relax.
B40. Hey, you want to know something? You know Cocky?
Nah.
Cocky from the Jungle?
Mm.
When they was battling in the woods?
Nah, I don't know these
Nah, you
guys.
never seen the Jungle? Oh, shit.
Nah.
It was called DA Jungle. And it was where Conceited started, QP, Soul Khan. They was battling in the woods. Nigga, like, Incredible, J Fox. It was on a YouTube channel called The Jungle. And Daylight. All they first battles is on the
Daylight in the
Jungle.
woods at
Yo, and
19.
it's a Stockton based league. It's not around no more, but like Draco has an interview where the bootleg Kev asked him what made him start rapping, and he said, I saw a nigga named Cocky battle on a league called The Jungle, and he was just so calm because Cocky had this laid back style where he just spit these punchlines, and he was super calm. He never raised his voice, and you know, opponents be all up in his face.
See, problems. Even when I was locked up, nigga, I had more privileges than Hennessy bottles. Damn. I'm a boss, and my niggas ain't starving neither. If he think he gonna win, either he bumped his head or he on rocks like Patron margaritas. Every time he lie, I should slap him even more. Then take him to my basement and tie him up like an even score.
And he just had these laid back punchlines. Like, he was like, shit, I'm finna be the laid back rapper that kills shit. I was like, damn, this nigga Draco was inspired by battle rap to start rapping. like specifically cocky though. You know what I mean?
Sort of like that Tupac line where it's like, I guarantee I'm gonna spark the mind that it changed the world. Like if I
Right,
don't,
right. And
you know what I'm
Draco
saying?
definitely changed the world.
We got one more. You have provided bars that we haven't had on this show. We've got a couple nonsense and a couple people, you know, overlapping with Big, but never did we think Draco was gonna make today's episode. And I'm glad it did, so that the people could hear, you know, what the man was about. Rest in peace, Draco again. But what is
Yeah.
that fourth John right there? Completed on Mount Barnesmore.
Man, my fourth one, I think it would have to be Nipsey Hussle questions.
There it is.
Just yeah, he has some shit. He has some shit, man. He said, "Lee, I got some questions. Is you real or is you fake? Do you sell a nigga dreams or do you stand on what you say? When they ask you where you from, do you bite your lip and hesitate? Or do you step back and chunk your hood up in their face? Is you banging? Is you popping? Is you toked up? This dope money keep the kush wrapped and burnt up. A hot boy, bullets busting out your granny shit. You gang banging even though it got your family sick. Now what's your life about? Do money motivate your actions? Is you stacking or is you lost in self-satisfaction? Now ask yourself, is that your nigga or a snake in disguise? Will that nigga give advice that'll lead to your demise? Just some questions. It's just some thoughts for the mind, for the mind. yo, I was a kid. Yo, that was before Nipsey was famous. I remember he was giving out CDs and shit, man. Like niggas would run into Nip at like, but he was still hood famous. But like I remember like celebrating when like it was my song when his song hit 106 in Park. It was a song Hustle in the House and it hit 106 in Park. I remember going to get my mom, my sister, like, look, it's him. Like he's on TV. Like man, I love Nipsey from the beginning from Bullets Ain't Got No Names. That was on Bullets Ain't Got No Names Volume 1. That was one of his first mixtapes that he was passing out before he was super famous. He did a song with Game called How We Roll, and it kind of made him more locally famous. But Hustle in the House really pushed him like where he was just like on TV now, and like he was independent out the trunk, bro. He was a nigga that you go to this toy drive over here, you go over here, you gonna run into Nipsey. And he was there, he was in the community, he was with the community.
Yeah, no, and big shouts to Nipsey. You know, met him a couple times, about 4 or 5 times, and every time was amazing. Like we always share, you know, this building like atmosphere with each other. You know what I'm saying? And he always has something to say. Man, you know, we could go on about Nip. Like
man, the greatest.
I love the fact that Nipsey, you know, caught your fourth Mount Rushmore. I love that, man, because you have a lot of activism in your day. Like he had a lot of activism in his day.
Yeah.
You know,
he did.
Yeah. Did he, you know, he's super inspiring, I bet. I
feel like Nipsey was who Pac inspired to be. You know what I mean? Like Pac, he was a young man that was preaching about what Nipsey ended up doing in his later years. We're working in these schools and creating coins in the metaverse and opening up so many job opportunities, being that business owner. Like when you said Pac said he was going to spark the brain to change the world, you know, it started on the West Coast and finished on the West Coast.
And even charging $100 for the mixtape is fire, bro.
Yeah.
That's so, I don't give a fuck what you say.
For real, man. I took a lot of his steps, man. I got a song out right now for sale for $100 for all my real fans. You feel me? Go to galamusic.com. Check out my new song, Lost Ones. It's an NFT. If you buy the NFT, you'll own intellectual property on that song. So contribute to, and you'll be contributing to the movement. You know, check that song out. Link in my bio on IG.
That's right. Go get it. Yo, man, this is a great show, man. We've been up, you know, down the poetry side and the music side of you, and just the family growing side, and you know, as far as Hawaii and everything that shaped you, and these lyrics, these verses, I didn't expect. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Nah, thank you for inviting me, bro. You know, it's always an inspiration chopping it with you and growing and building with you, bro. Just to call you a friend and all that, man. For real, for real.
Man, of course, man. Like we gotta do more music too.
100%. I'm ready when you are, man. Let
me
know
you gotta get on my project now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Can we do some Latino stuff? I mean, every time we talk Spanish, on the West Coast, they laugh at me, pero yo tengo un poquito, no habla mucho porque entiende. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, you got that Puerto Rican Spanish. It sounds like y'all singing.
You know what I'm saying? I'll do the hook. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We gotta do a Latino.
I'm down for that. Absolutely.
Let's do it. And yo, man, shouts to your brother, man. Give him my love and the family. Thank you, Cali. I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Please, that's a bar.
We're a whole entity. Came through a sweater on my entity. I'ma keep sketching heaven off memory. I was there yesterday, it was heavenly. I'm okay with raising all of y'all apparently. Life ain't fair, so they claiming Pharisees. Over my career, exposure wasn't resi me.